Bryant Street Publishing presents Counted Corpse by Acf Bookens. Read for you by Kristin Price. 1. I tucked my crowbar under the wood and began the dance of prying it off without breaking it. As I worked, I let my mind play back through my memories. I practically grew up in the manse, the pastor's house, at the church my parents attended when I was a kid. The pastor's daughter, Sue Ellen, was my best friend, and since my mom was the church music director and the manse was next door, I was there on the church grounds most days. Sue Ellen was a bit more of a girly girl than I was, or at least her mama thought her one, so she had all these creepy, pristine porcelain dolls that sat on high shelves in her third-floor bedroom. Their frilly dresses and lace caps always puzzled me, because it made no sense to me to have toys that you couldn't play with. But Sue Ellen knew better. She knew that some of her role as the pastor's kid was to be a showpiece, just like those dolls. That's why she stifled most of her screams when her mother dragged a stiff brush through her curly, coarse blonde hair on Sunday mornings so that it would look perfect in braids. I never had that pressure to look perfect. Maybe act perfect, but never look. And today, as I tightened the bandana over my hair and prepared to pull down the crown molding in this other pastor's house near Bethel Church, I was grateful. My job as an architectural salvager didn't leave much space for primping. This job had been a long time coming. The deacons at the church had asked me to come in and salvage some key pieces that they wanted to put into their new church addition, and if I would, they were happy to give me anything else I wanted from the 100-year-old house. They wanted this simple chandelier from the front foyer, the mantel from the parlor, and a lovely old door that led to the dirt-floored basement. Everything else was mine, and I was determined to make the most of this gift. I'd already hauled out the door and chandelier, and I was just waiting for help from my friend Saul's crew to get out the heavy wooden mantel. Meanwhile, I was doing what I could on my own and popping off as much of the simple but lovely woodwork as I could without damaging it. This molding and the baseboards would be lovely in a farmhouse, and what wasn't salvageable for architecture, Dad would use to make vintage picture frames that I could sell at my soon-to-open salvage store, Paisley's Architectural Salvage. Architectural salvage had been my career since I had my son and my marriage fell apart more than a year ago. It was flexible in hours, made use of my background in history, and let me feed my desire.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?